Oprah Winfrey has been moving of late for everyone of some unacceptable reasons. And presently, Katt Williams is joining the discussion and uncovering Oprah and her mate Tyler Perry for being Hollywood snakes on the profound finish of it. They have a thought that there's a savior coming, and they don't know who it will be. They simply realize it ought to stand out. So they look each time something stands out and sure that is not at the bits of gossip about Oprah, obscure and underhanded side, are getting stronger constantly. And everything began after Monique, as of late uncovered that she's actually trusting that Oprah will apologize for killing her vocation. I would agree that Oprah Winfrey, you understand what you really want to do and quit taking cover behind what you call was pessimistic remarks, what you call gracious. I don't manage things like that, since what individuals are starting to do is recognize the truth about you. And in addition to that, as of late reports arose that Oprah and her dear companion Tyler Perry had been pushing a plan to undermine and embarrass dark male entertainers, any of the African American populations, express that there's a fundamental issue with individuals of color being emasculated on screen to be more tasteful to the white crowd. And this is only a hint of something larger in light of the fact that there has additionally been a ton of discuss Oprah's exceptionally close association with Hollywood elites and overseers who control media outlets, as well as renowned celebs, yet on the off chance that there's one celeb who was never reluctant to take a stand in opposition to these elites. It's Katt Williams. So what precisely Katt say about Oprah and Tyler Perry? We need to see this person be correct an adequate number of times that we go stand by brief. He can't be insane. And right, definitely, there's been an extremely boisterous discussion happening via virtual entertainment about the obscure side of Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. And fans are saying that these two should be knocked off that platform they've been perched on for pinion wheels. The discussion about Oprah being a malicious egotist have been around for a really long time. And after Monique, as of late uncovered, she's actually looking out for Oprah to apologize for killing her profession, fans began searching for soil and found a lot of risky things Oprah has done throughout the long term, and how she pulled off it with the assistance of strong Hollywood individuals. Currently, on the off chance that you're curious about Monique's fight with Oprah, the dramatization began back in 2009. When Monique wouldn't go on a press visit for the film, Valuable was co-delivered by Oprah and Tyler Perry. And these two needed to send Monique on a press visit in front of the Oscars to make the most of the promotion encompassing Monique's selection. Anyway, they wouldn't pay Monique for the visit. And since Monique was at that point depleted from doing such a difficult job in Valuable, she told Oprah she'd prefer invest down energy with her significant other and kids. Now, at first, Oprah said nothing, and Monique felt like they were cool only weeks. After the fact, the tablet began pushing anecdotes about how Monique is a troublesome individual and difficult to work with. Regardless of Monique winning the Oscar for Valuable, nobody needed to employ her, and every one of the offers she got were forgotten about now. By then, Monique understood that her vocation was being subverted. And in a new meeting with the Hollywood journalist, she uncovered that Valuable chief Lee Daniels conceded that she was renounced Monique. Likewise, let the Hollywood columnist know that she actually requests and anticipates open acknowledgments from Oprah and Tyler Perry. And assuming you imagine that Monique is making a huge deal about this, remember that the dramatization encompassing her press visit wasn't the main obscure thing that Oprah did to her. As a matter of fact, this appears to be really manageable contrasted with how Oprah took advantage of Monique's essayed injury between the ages of 7 and 11. Monique was tried by her more seasoned sibling Gerald and Mops. After Monique declined Oprah and Tyler Perry's interest for a press visit, Oprah welcomed Gerald on her show to discuss how he treated Monique. I attacked improperly contacted my sister in habits that were not happy for herself. And for that I am sorry. Now, to be clear, Monique was certainly not a mysterious She had proactively focused on it in her 2008 meeting with Quintessence magazine anyway. What was secret is Monique's troublesome relationship with her folks, who recently excused her as an Oprah, had a profound knowledge of this, since Monique enlightened her in certainty concerning her relationship with her mother. While she was getting ready for her job invaluable, so envisioned Monique's shot when she found that Oprah welcomed both of her folks to discuss her paper close by Gerald, without telling her this was an extremely unimportant boop. Now I start to see ads with my sibling, my mom, my dad, and my other sibling now. The justification for why that implies so a lot is on the grounds that in the discussion we had about my sibling, we then, at that point, went further and we start to discuss our associations with our moms and our dads. And I imparted my relationship to her about my mom. I imparted to her that me and my mom was not talking. I imparted to her we went in a genuinely horrendous spot. Imparted to her I was harmed. And attempting to sort this thing out, she never said my mom was coming on that show, since had Oprah Winfrey said I will have your mom, I would have said closed it down. Monique made sense of that when Oprah called her. She just referenced Gerald and needed to convince her to go along with him. Anyway, Oprah never referenced she would welcome the remainder of Monique's family. Since she said, would you like to come on, I said I don't believe that nothing should do with that feline. I said I know ultimately depends on a trick, yet individuals can change. And who am I to say he hasn't transformed it, could truly be unique. So I would rather not hinder that. I don't maintain that nothing should do with it. She said, in the event that you don't believe I should have your sibling on the show, I will drop the show. Yet Monique isn't the main individual whose injury Oprah took advantage of on her show. Oprah has a long history of faking French with celebs to get private data, and afterward utilizing that information to support her evaluations. Various celebs have called Oprah out for being a snake, including 50 Penny, who once said that Oprah is an Oreo, dark, outwardly yet white. Within 50 offered these remarks after Oprah hauled him over his unequivocal verses and guaranteed that rappers like him sustain scornful way of behaving. That is when 50 terminated back, saying that Oprah began with people of color's perspectives, yet has been taking special care of moderately aged white American people for such a long time that she's become one herself. Ludacris is one more rapper who brought out Oprah over her obscure conduct after she welcomed him to her show just to embarrass him before everybody. In 2005, Oprah welcomed Ludacris and the cast of the Wrongdoing show crashed to her show. Yet, rather than discussing the film, abused the chance to go after Ludacris over his utilization of the N-word in his tunes. It was a ton of it, was sure remarks that she had made about you realize. I was there for an accident for the film, no doubt, and essentially, she expressed something about not concurring with my music. Yet she figured I did perfect in the film. And obviously I was up there with the entire cast of Crash. Thus I didn't really feel like that should have been said. You never at any point concur with my music. And regardless of whether you concur with specific tunes I made, say this, you disagree with specific melodies, don't say you disagree with every one of them. Right perspectives. Right, yet what's the most?